Hello, everyone. It is the 1st April 2022, and I'm here to make a really big announcement, a breakthrough in consciousness studies. I have been studying consciousness for many, many years now, and I have been trying to elucidate how the neural activities in the brain would give rise to consciousness. And here, I'm happy to announce that I have made a major breakthrough. For many years, people have been studying the so-called whole brain emulation or mind uploading idea, in which researchers have tried to transfer the information contained in the synaptic connections between the neurons in the brain into a computer. And once a complete set of information is transferred to the computer, then the computer would become conscious. However, it has been recognized that there is one missing link. Even if a copy is made of all the information that is in the human brain, the computer wouldn't be necessarily be conscious. So there is one missing link. And people have been wondering what that missing link would be. And I'm happy to announce that I have discovered that one missing link. If you consider the brain, it is part of the organ of a living organism. And if you consider the essence of life, you would realize that one really important element is always present, and one which is missing in the digital computer that we have today. And that is water. No life can survive without water. And of course, the brain is full of water. If you look at the inside of the neurons and glial cells, there will be water. And all chemical reactions proceed in water. The action potentials generated by the neurons are, of course, related to water. So, in order to reproduce consciousness, we need water. So suppose we have a computer equipped with all the information of a human brain. That alone wouldn't generate consciousness. However, if you put that computer into a water like this, then you would have consciousness. The computer would be conscious the moment you put the computer into a water. Now, there's a catch. Once the computer is put into the water, of course, it will, the circuit would go malfunctioning. And, the conventional computers that we have today are not water resistant. And, the function will be gone. So even if a computer becomes conscious, it will last only for a few seconds. My research shows that typically consciousness would persist only for 1.3 seconds. So that is what we can do today. Yes, we can make a computer conscious by putting it into water, but the consciousness would last only for 1.3 seconds. So that is the big announcement that I wanted to make today on April 1st, 2022. I believe this is a really huge advancement in consciousness studies. And in order to proceed from here, we need to make a computer that is waterproof, that actually can function within water, like any normal, typical biological cells can do. So until then, we would have to satisfy ourselves with a consciousness that would keep itself conscious only for 1.3 seconds. So for the time being, I think we should probably stick to the good old-fashioned biological consciousness, and we can probably forget about building a persistent copy of ourselves. And that is probably great for us too, because our lives, our consciousness would become even more precious. But anyway, that is my big discovery, and thank you for listening.